Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel. In today's video I am going to be showing you a brand new collection from Morphe and Sweetie, and in the collection we have a eyeshadow palette. So this is the 24A Artist Pass palette. It retails for $29 and it comes with 24 eyeshadows. It is a combination of glitters, mattes, and shimmers. I did create 3 different eyeshadow looks with this palette for you guys that you're going to get to see today. So also in the collection you can get this cute little belt bag. This one retails for $29 and it comes with a 6-piece brush set, which I'm a little bit upset about because they stole my idea. Okay, so I don't know if you guys remember, a few years ago I uploaded this tutorial, and in the tutorial I applied my glitter with this little brush thing. It's like a little silicone thing. It came in a pure gel something, and I started to realize that the little silicone applicator was perfect to apply shimmers, glitters, because it just felt a lot like my finger. And I remember for all these years I always had it in the back of my mind, like, I really need to make an eyeshadow brush with the silicone tip and advertise it for shimmers and glitters, but Morphe beat me to it. So it's not like they stole my idea, because obviously they couldn't have known that that was my idea unless they saw my video from a few years ago, and I doubt it because that video has like no views. And they wouldn't do that anyway. But anyway, look, they actually came out with a brush in the set that has the little silicone applicator, and I'm telling you, it is my favorite brush from the entire set. I am so happy that they did this. The silicone applicator is perfection to apply glitter, shimmers, mostly glitters. It's a little bit hard to grab the shimmer, but for glitters it just works so well. It grabs everything perfectly. And yeah, you guys will see, I think I use this in pretty much every single eyeshadow look today. So it does come in the set. It comes with the entire set. I'm all confused. The entire set comes with 6 brushes. It retails for $29. This little guy makes it worth it because it's just everything. But I did use pretty much all of the brushes except for this big one, and they were actually really good at applying eyeshadow. So the last thing in the collection is the icy lips, and this one retails for $18 and it comes with 3 different lip glosses. So I will be swatching these on my lips later on in the video. But anyway, now that all of the information is out of the way, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the eyeshadow tutorials and the swatches, and I will be right back after that.
Starting off with the first eyeshadow look, I'm taking my P. Louise eyeshadow base in the shade 2.0. I am also applying tape because I want this particular look to have a very sharp edge. Once I'm done priming, I'm going to take the blue from the palette, and I'm using one of the eyeshadow brushes that came with the collection, and I'm just going to pack this color right into the crease, all the way from the inner corner to the outer corner. Once the color has been packed, I am going to use the same brush to lightly soften the edges. Now I'm taking the green from the palette and I'm going to be repeating the same steps. So I'm packing this color right up above the previous color, and once the color is packed, I am going to use the same brush to lightly soften the edges. Next, I am taking the yellow from the palette and I'm using a Morphe Jaclyn Hill brush, and I'm going to repeat the same steps. The only difference is that I am making short, tiny circular motions to apply this color. And now I'm moving on to my favorite part, which is rebuilding up the pigmentation to all of the colors. So I'm going back to the blue, the green, and the yellow and just building up pigmentation and blending. Once I'm happy with the blend and the pigmentation, I am gonna move on to cutting the crease. And to cut the crease, I am using the P. Louise eyeshadow base, but this time I am using the shade 0.0, which is just a white eyeshadow base. Now I'm taking the yellow and I am using another brush that came in the collection, and I'm applying this color right to the inner corner. For the next color, I am going to be mixing two colors, so I'm going to be mixing the green and the yellow to create this new color, and I'm going to make sure that I really take my time applying the color to make sure that both colors mix really well together. But I'm also going to take my time in between the two shades to make sure that there is no harsh lines in between the colors. Next, I am taking the green from the palette and applying that right next to the previous color and repeating the same steps, just making sure that I take my time with blending in between the colors. Lastly, I am taking the blue and I'm applying that using the same brush, and I'm just going to make sure that the corner is very opaque, and again taking my time blending so that there are no harsh lines. Next, I am taking this Tsuba Beauty Hydra liner and I am going to use it to line my crease. You definitely don't have to do this. I wanted the look to be a little bit more artistic, so that's why I'm doing this step, but you don't have to do this step. You can completely skip it and it's going to look just as beautiful without the liner in the crease. Moving on to the lower lash line, I am gonna grab that same blue that we've been using and applying that to the first half of the lower lash line. Then I'm taking the green and applying that to the inner corner and also right below the blue. Next, I am taking this Marc Jacobs Beauty pencil and applying it right to the waterline. And now I am applying a little bit of this glitter to the inner corner using the silicone brush from the collection. Okay, so next we're gonna continue with some glitter. If you don't like glitter, you can leave the look just the way it is and leave it all matte, but I am adding the yellow glitter on top of the yellow eyeshadow. Next, I'm taking the green glitter and I'm applying that over the green colors of the lid. Lastly, I'm gonna take the blue glitter and applying that to the end of the lid, and I'm making sure that I blend all of the glitters so that we don't have any harsh lines. And for mascara, I'm just going to be using the new one from Fenty Beauty. Moving on to eyelashes, I'm taking the Tati lashes in the style TL3, and this is the finished look for look number 1. And remember that you definitely don't have to do the glitter. It was just a little extra that I wanted to do, but you can definitely leave this look all matte if that's what you like. But if you do like the glitter, add the glitter. I think it looks really pretty with the glitter. But anyway, I hope that you guys liked this look, and let's move on to look number 2. starting off look number 2 by priming my eyes one more time with the P. Louise eyeshadow base in the shade 2.0. I'm taking the dark purple from the palette and the same brush that we used in the previous look, and I'm gonna be packing this color right into the crease, again from the inner corner all the way to the outer corner. Next, using the same brush, I am going to softly soften the edges, and this is just getting this color ready for the next color that we're going to use, and it'll make blending a lot easier. Next, I'm taking this pink from the palette and I am going to start applying it right up above the purple. For this particular color, I decided not to apply it in a packing motion, but more in a side-to-side motion. I'm not sure why I did that. I just wanted to try something new. The brush that I'm using is a Morphe Jaclyn Hill pencil brush, but basically we are just adding this color above the purple and I'm blending it as I apply the color. So instead of packing and then blending, I'm applying it and blending at the same time. Now moving on to the orange from the palette, I'm going to be using the same brush and again repeating the same steps. So I'm applying this color right up above the previous shade, and instead of doing packing motions, I am blending it and applying it as I go. I just wanted to try something a little bit different for this eyeshadow look, but yeah, hopefully this makes sense, and if not, I did include a lot of the blending process, so hopefully you guys can just follow along with what I'm doing on screen. But I usually just like to do like little tiny side to side and circular motions to blend. Now to build up pigmentation. Again, this is something that we have to do in every eyeshadow look pretty much, just because as we blend we do lose a lot of pigment. So I'm just going back to all of the colors and building up pigmentation and blending. Once I am happy with the pigmentation and the blend, I can move on to the next step. Don't be afraid to go back and forth as many times as you feel that you need to. Sometimes I can be in this process for 10 minutes or 30 minutes, it just depends. So once I'm happy with the pigmentation and the blend, I am going to remove the tape and move on to cutting the crease. And to cut the crease, I'm using the P. Louise eyeshadow base in the shade 0.0. I did try to include as much footage as I possibly could of me cutting the crease, because I know that this is challenging. It's challenging for me, so you guys will see that I use a lot of different brushes when I do this, and then I just clean off the edge with a Q-tip. Next, I am taking the yellow from the palette and applying it to the inner corner. Next to the yellow, I am taking the orange, and again I am making sure that I take my time applying these colors, and I am also going to take my time blending the colors to each other to make sure that we get a seamless blend and we don't see any harsh lines. For the next color, I am going back into the hot pink and applying it right next to the orange and repeating the same steps. And the last color is going to be this purple, and I'm just applying that to the outer corner and repeating the same steps, blending in between each color, and then I'm just dragging this out to the very end of that cut crease line. So the next step you guys can totally skip. I decided to add some of the new Tsuba Beauty Hydra liners again to this second look. So I'm taking the neon yellow and the neon orange, and I'm using the Tsuba Beauty liner brush, and I'm just going over the cut crease line. And I wasn't like too happy with the way that it was looking, so I'm just going to clean off the edge right here. And then I decided to play around a little bit more with the liners, so I decided to overlap them and then kind of mix them onto the eye, and that way it gave me more of like a gradient look. You can see how it kind of looks a little bit orange, a little bit pink, a little bit yellow, and that's just because I overlapped them a few times. Next, I am using the Motives LBT gel eyeliner to create a winged liner. Now I'm taking the green and applying that right to the inner corner. And for the waterline, I'm taking this orange gel liner from ColourPop. Moving on to the lower lash line, I am applying the purple right to the end of the lower lash line, and then I'm going in with the pink right next to the purple. And I am also taking the pink to diffuse the purple and create a gradient. For mascara, I'm using L'Oreal's Bambi Eye. And for lashes, I'm using Tati lashes in the style TL21. And as usual, I wanted to do a little bit of something extra, so you guys can either stop right here or you can move on to the next step. So I am going to apply the star glitter to the inner corner. I'm using the silicone brush from the collection, and then I took a little bit of this green glitter and I just kind of put it all around the lower lash line, but only to the inner corner area, just for a more magical look. Anyway, this is the end of look number 2. I hope that you guys like it. Let's move on to look number 3. Moving on to look number 3, again I'm priming my eyes using the P. Louise eyeshadow base in the shade 2.0, and for the first color I am taking this dark brown. It does have like a little bit of a purple undertone, but anyway, I'm taking this on a synthetic blending brush and I'm just applying that to the outer corner. Next, I'm taking the orange and I'm applying that around the first color, and I'm not being too careful with these colors. I'm kind of just like packing and blending as I apply the colors, but as you guys can see, I'm applying them in like a half moon shape at the outer corner because the plan for this look was to have a rounded edge and not a sharp edge like the last 2 looks. So as you guys can see, the brown and the orange are not as opaque, and that's because I'm using a blending brush to apply the colors and not a packing brush. So what I'm gonna do is go back and forth between both colors, and I'm just going to keep applying them until I'm happy with the pigmentation and the blend. And now moving on, I'm taking this muted yellow and I'm applying that to the inner corner, and I'm bringing all of these colors up really close to my brow. Next, I am taking the muted orange and repeating the same steps. Again, I am taking the brush and blending between each color to make sure that we have a seamless blend and there are no harsh lines. And for the last color, I am going back into the orange and applying it right to whatever is left of the lid. And again, I am just making sure to really blend all of the edges so that we have a seamless blend. And of course, I had to take it a step further, especially because there are so many beautiful glitters in this palette. I am taking the orange glitter and applying it to the center of the lid. And for extra sparkle, I went into the clear glitter and applied a little bit of that over top. And using the same Motives gel eyeliner, I'm just lining my eyes a little bit so that the lashes blend a bit better with this look. And then I went in with Makeup Forever's foundation. It's the new Reboot foundation. And for the lower lash line, I'm just applying the dark brown shade. I also decided to add a little line to the inner corner, and this is just going to open up the eye a little bit more and give us that cat eye effect. And to finish off the lower lash line, I am adding a bit of this orange, and I am also going to add a little bit more of the brighter orange just to have a bit of a gradient going on the lower lash line as well. And for the waterline, I am taking this pencil from Urban Decay, which is such a beautiful metallic copper color, and I'm just taking that right into the waterline. And for mascara, I am using Fenty Beauty's mascara. And again, just taking a little bit more glitter and applying it to the inner corner. For lashes, I am using these from a new company called Dove Lashes in the style Red Carpet. And this is the completed look for look number 3. I hope that you guys liked all of these looks, and now we are gonna move on to the lip gloss swatches.
So those were the eyeshadow looks and the swatches, and what I'm gonna do now is take off this lipstick, and then I will go ahead and swatch all of these on my lips. I'm gonna start off with this guy right here, I guess, or actually, you know what, I'll start off with the purple one. Very opaque. Okay, so here is the lip gloss, and I'm pleasantly surprised. I thought it was gonna go one of two ways. Either it was gonna be like just your regular clear lip gloss with a little bit of tint, or it was gonna be like very, very platinum and just like something that I was not gonna be able to wear. But it's actually beautiful and it matches my eyeshadow. But anyway, this one is the purple one, and it's the name of this one is 8 inches. But yeah, I love the color, so I'm gonna take this one off and let's move on to the pink one, which is this guy right here. This one is called Money Mommy. This one is really pretty too. It's just a little bit lighter than the other one. It definitely has like that pink undertone, but it's beautiful, and in person it looks even prettier because the shimmer is just gorgeous. Like, it has micro glitter of all different colors: yellow, purple, blue, orange. But yeah, it's beautiful. I love lip glosses like this. Okay, let's move on to the last one, which is going to be Boss Tycoon. So this is the last lip gloss. I love them all. You guys know I am a sucker for lip glosses, but lately I have really been into the ones that have the micro glitter, and just, I don't know, I love them. I actually didn't think I was gonna like it too much because I normally don't like this type of packaging and applicator. They just remind me of like the cheap makeup that I used to have when I was little. But I actually didn't mind it. It was really easy to apply. The colors were beautiful. You get 3 for $18, so I like them. So yeah, I do recommend the collection. I really don't have anything negative to say about anything. The palette is gorgeous. I love the brush set and the lip gloss set, and the setting mist I don't have with me, but I mean, it's just a setting mist. I'm sure it's going to be just perfect. But yeah, that is it for the entire collection. Thank you guys so much for being here and taking the time to watch this video during this difficult time. I hope that my video helped you escape this reality for just a little while. If you do decide to recreate any of my eyeshadow looks, don't forget that you can tag me on Instagram at Glitter Beauties, the same way that is spelled right there. I also do upload a lot of things there that you won't get to see here on YouTube, so if you want to stay in touch with me, follow me on there. But thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this content, don't forget to subscribe before you go. But even if you don't, I just appreciate you being here, and thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.